Hello grade 7, welcome to our module 3 video discussion. Our topic here is about the properties of solution.
In Module 2, if you can still remember, we discussed about mixture and its two types. So the two types of mixture are homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. Okay, so let's have a quick review of these two types of mixture. What is heterogeneous mixture? Okay, heterogeneous mixture is characterized by having two or more phases, right? It means that the mixture has either a liquid or a solid. Okay, the mixture can also be a pure solid, a mixture of different kinds of solids. Okay, it can also be a mixture of different kinds of liquid, like for example, if we mix water and oil. Okay, that is heterogeneous mixture. Another example is your fruit salad. Okay, that is a mixture of different kinds of solid or a different kinds of fruits. Okay, heterogeneous mixture is also characterized by having the ability to be separated easily. Okay, we can easily separate the components. Okay, what about homogeneous mixture? What is homogeneous mixture? Homogeneous mixture, that is a type of a mixture that is characterized by having a uniform face or a uniform appearance. Okay, so it means that when we mix a solid and a liquid, the result is either a pure solid or it can also be a pure liquid. Like for example, when we mix sugar with water or hot water, okay, if we are going to mix that, okay, the outcome or the result is a pure liquid. Okay, and we can no longer separate the dissolved sugar in water. Can we still separate that? Okay, no. So there is another term for homogeneous mixture, and that is solution. Okay, so homogeneous mixtures are also called solutions. Okay, solutions are part of our everyday lives. So we make use every day of solutions, especially in our kitchen, and when we clean, we make use of solutions. Okay, the paint we use, that is a solution. Okay, when we drink coffee, take our medicine, mix paints or mix different liquids when cleaning are just examples of using solution. Okay, so yung medicine, the medicine that is a mixture of different solid, okay, substances, different solid substances, and the outcome is a pure solid. Okay. So when we are mixing things, like for example, when we are making a coffee, we make sure that the amount of coffee, the amount of sugar, the amount of water is correct, right? We make sure that we are putting the right amount. Okay? Or for example, when we drink medicine or take our medicine, I should say, we make sure that we are drinking the right dosage. Okay? Thus, we are working on the proper concentration of substances. Okay. How important is understanding the concept of proper concentration of substances? Okay, so in this module, now we will discuss about concentrations of solution. So later on, we will discuss what is concentration. Okay, in this module, you will understand that the concept of proper concentration of solutions allows us to be aware of the right amount of substances we are putting in our body through the food we eat, medicines we take, and beverages we drink, and of the chemicals we mix for general purposes. Okay, so later on, we will also discuss how important the proper concentration of substances, or how important to make sure that we are putting the right measurement of substances in our food or in our drinks. Okay. And let's proceed to activities. Let's proceed to activity 1. But before that, let me define first what is solution. So solution, as we have said earlier, that is a homogeneous mixture. Okay, so solution has two parts. We have the solute and solvent. What is solute? Solute is the one being dissolved, while solvent is the one that does the dissolving. Okay, example of solution is a coffee mix. Like for example, you are making a coffee. So the coffee powder and sugar, those are the solute. Yun yung mga bagay na tutunawin. And the hot water, that is the solvent. Okay, hot water, that is the one who will dissolve the two solute, or will dissolve the sugar and the coffee. Okay, so that is the two parts of solution. Now, let's proceed to your activity proper. So, we will be needing these materials. We have salt, cup or any cup. You can make use of disposable cups, or you can recycle mineral bottle as a cup. And then tablespoon and teaspoon. Tablespoon and teaspoon. Okay, that is different. And then water. Let's proceed to the procedure or how we will do this simple experiment. Okay, number 1, add 300 ml of water in the cup. If you do not have a measuring tool, you can make use of 20 tablespoons of water. Okay, so if you do not have a measuring tool or a beaker to measure 300 ml, okay, you can make use of tablespoons. Okay, 20 tablespoons of water. Number 2, add 1 teaspoon of salt. Okay, add 1 teaspoon of salt. And then stir. Teaspoon, gamit kayo nung kutsarita. Okay, yung mga kutsarita natin. 1 teaspoon of salt. And then, answer question number 1 there. What is the appearance of the solution? Okay, next, number 3. Add another teaspoon of salt in the solution and stir. Okay, add again another teaspoon. Next, number 4. Continue adding 1 teaspoon of salt until the added salt no longer dissolves. Okay, stir and observe carefully the solution every time you add a teaspoon of salt. Okay, so continue adding 1 teaspoon of salt. Okay, continuous lang yung pag-add ninyo ng isang kutsaritang asin hanggang sa hindi na matunaw mismo yung asin sa tubig. Okay, so that is number 4. And then, answer question number 2 and 3. How many teaspoons of salt have you added until the salt no longer dissolves? Okay, ilang teaspoon, ilang kutsaritang asin ang nilagay ninyo hanggang sa hindi na ito matunaw. Okay, so don't forget to record how many teaspoons of salt have you added. Okay, do not forget to record how many. And then question number 3, how many teaspoons of salt dissolved completely in 300 ml or 20 tablespoons of water? Okay, in question number 3, okay, how many teaspoons of salt yung talagang na-dissolve completely sa ating amount ng tubig na given? Okay, ilang kutsarita yung napansin ninyo na eksaktong natunaw sa 20 tablespoon of water? Isa ba or dalawa? Okay. So in our activity, you will notice that there is a maximum amount of solute that can be dissolved in a given solvent at a certain temperature. Okay. So, in a solution or in a solvent, rather, no, there is only an exact or a maximum amount of solute na kaya niyang i-dissolve. Okay? There's only a maximum amount of solute that the solvent can dissolve. Okay? At a certain temperature. Okay, solubility is the ability of a substance or a solute to be dissolved entirely in a solvent. The easier the substance or solute to be dissolved, the greater the solubility of the solution and vice versa. Okay, so solubility, again, that is the ability of the solute to be dissolved entirely or easily in a solvent. Kung gaano kabilis na dissolve yung ating solute. So kung mas mabilis ma-dissolve yung ating solute, of course, mas greater din yung kanyang solubility. Okay? And the harder the substance to be dissolved, okay, the lower the solubility. In our activity, we demonstrated the three types of solution. We have the unsaturated solution, saturated solution, and supersaturated solution. So what is unsaturated solution? So this solution contains less solute than a maximum amount it can dissolve at a given temperature. So sa unsaturated solution, no, yung amount ng solute niya is less than. Okay, konti lang and mas maliit, konti lang siya compared doon sa maximum amount na kayang i-dissolve ng solvent at a given temperature. Okay. What is saturated solution? This solution contains the maximum amount of solute dissolved by a given amount of solvent. So yung saturated solution naman, nandun na yung maximum amount, I should say. Okay? So it contains the maximum amount or kung anong amount ng solute nung kayang i-dissolve ng given na solvent. Yun na yun. Okay? Maximum amount. Saturated solution. This solution contains the greater amount of solute to the extent that the added solute is no longer dissolved. Okay. So this type of solution, it overcomes the maximum amount. Mas madami pa siya sa maximum amount, no? To the extent na hindi na ma-dissolve yung solute natin. So we have here the illustrations of these three types of solution. We have the saturated, unsaturated, and supersaturated. Okay, let's start with the unsaturated solution. Okay, so in this picture, the small circles there, the violet one, those are the solute. Okay, and the bluish one, that is the solvent, or let's say, for example, water. So let's say, for example, this is a mixture or a solution of salt and water. So in unsaturated solution, kung ganyan lang kadami yung amount ng solute, if that is the only amount of salt in the solution, okay, there is a less amount of solute. And ang magiging lasa niyan ay lalakbay niya. Okay, so let's proceed sa saturated solution. Okay, so here in saturated solution, as you can see, it has the maximum amount of solute that this certain solvent can dissolve. Okay, sakto-sakto lang yung amount ng solute or nung asin, okay, na kayang i-dissolve ng ganito karaming tubig. Okay, maximum amount of solute. Next, we have the supersaturated solution. So as you can see, okay, the amount of solute is greater than the maximum amount. Okay? Mas madami pa siya sa saturated solution. Okay? Ang magiging outcome niyan ay sobrang alat na nung solution, as in maalat na. Okay? To the extent that the solutes no longer dissolve. Okay? So that is super saturated solution. Now let's discuss the concentration of solutions. The concentration of a solution is a measure of the amount of solute in a given amount of solvent or a solution. So when there is a large amount of dissolved solute for a certain volume of solvent, the solution is said to be concentrated. Okay, so concentration of solution is the same as saturation. Okay, it is the same as the saturated and supersaturated solution. Okay, the same in a sense that they talk or discuss about the amount of solute in a solution. Okay, so if there is a large amount of solute, okay, the solution is said to be concentrated or saturated or pwede ring supersaturated. Okay, kumbaga yung concentration is another term for saturation. Okay? A 5 ml dose of a certain concentration of medicine might cure a sick person, but a 5 ml dose of higher concentration might already be harmful to a person. Okay. So, like for example, a 2 medicine of 5 ml, no? If the other one is, it has a normal concentration, it might cure a sick person. But then, the other 5 ml, if the concentration of substances in this medicine, okay, it is, or it has a high concentration, and it can be harmful. So, that is the importance of concentration. So, there must be correct concentration of substances that we are putting inside our body. That is how important the concept of concentration of solution is. Concentrations of solution can also be expressed mathematically. Okay, so we can calculate the amount of concentration in a solution through percent. Okay, we can use the percent by mass formula and percent by volume formula. Okay, so first, let's discuss the percent by mass. So the formula is that mass of solute divided by the mass of solution. Can you still recall the difference between the solute and solvent? Okay, so what is solute again? So solute, that is the substances, okay, or substance being dissolved. Yun yung tutunawin. And then solvent, that is the one that does the dissolving. Yun yung taga-dissolve, taga-tunaw. Okay. And then if we mix the solute and solvent, the result is a solution. Okay. Okay, sample problem. If 28.5 grams of chlorine is dissolved in enough water to make 185 grams of solution, what is the percent by mass of chlorine in the solution? Okay, so we have here a sample problem. Okay, so step 1, write what are the given. Okay, sulat muna natin kung ano yung mga given sa problem. Ano yung mga given values. Okay, so let's go back to the problem. We have 28.5 grams of chlorine. Okay, so that is the mass of solute. And 185 grams of solution. That is the mass of the solution. Next step is to write the formula and substitute the given values. Okay, so now let's write the formula. Percent by mass is equal to mass of solute divided by the mass of solution times 100. Okay, what is the value of mass of solute? we have 28.5 grams. And then mass of solution, we have 185 grams. Okay, so substitute lang natin, no? And then divide 28.5 divided by 185, multiply by 100, and the answer is 15.4%. Okay? Let's proceed to percent by volume. We have a sample problem here. A 350 ml wine contains 42 ml of alcohol. Okay, so calculate the percent by volume of the wine. Step 1, write what are the given. Okay, the volume of solute is 42 ml of alcohol and the volume of solution is 350 ml. Okay. Step 2, write the formula and substitute the given values. Okay, so the formula for percent by volume is equal to volume of solute in ml divided by the volume of solution in ml times 100. Okay, take note, volume of solute in ml divided by the volume of the entire solution in ml times 100. Okay, and then substitute. What is the volume of solute? We have 42 ml. And then the volume of solution, we have 350 ml. Okay, divide 42 divided by 350 times or multiply by 100. So the answer is 12%. Okay, now in activity 2, you are going to apply what you learned in calculating the concentration of solution. Okay, solve the percent by mass and percent by volume of the following problems. Okay, follow the 2 steps on how to solve. First, write what are the given, and second, write your complete solution. Okay, so we have only here 2 problems. Okay. Now, let's proceed to new ideas or reflection. So we have here a quotation from Gary Zukav. Okay, it says, "We cannot control what emotions or circumstances we will experience next, but we can choose how we will respond to them." So to share with you my insight, life is unpredictable. We don't know what will happen tomorrow or in a few minutes. Just like solutions, there are times in our life that we are suddenly attacked by stress or depression for some. Its concentration in our life is uncontrollable. We become saturated with continuous stress, and only ourselves can help us. Okay? So the life of a student is also never easy, right? Okay, you experience stress too from school works and activities, or even from family. As a student, how will you manage your stress? How do you respond to it? Okay, so bilang isang estudyante, paano mo i-deal or paano mo haharapin yung iyong stress? Okay? Ano yung mga gagawin mo? Okay, so that is for your reflection. So the fourth part of your module is evaluation. In this part, you are going to answer maybe 10 multiple choice questions. Okay? Okay, so in your performance task 2, okay, you're going to prepare a correct concentration of the cooked food. So every day we engage ourselves in food, right? Especially cooking. We deal with measurements and concentration of substances we put in our mixtures to get to our desired outcome. So as an aspiring chef, you are asked or tasked to prepare any Filipino food or delicacies of your choice. Choose something you can easily prepare and cook. Okay, you may also refer to the guidelines, okay, given on your modules. So, ang gagawin nyo dito, kunwari, no, kayo ay mga chef. Tapos, pipili kayo ng Filipino food na kaya nyong lutuin or yung mga kakanin na kaya nyong i-prepare. Kung ano lang yung mga madali sa inyo, no? Okay? So, here are the guidelines for your performance task. So, first, write the ingredients and procedures of your chosen food to prepare. Okay, so isulat ninyo yung mga ingredients and then procedure yung napili ninyong pagkain na lulutuin ninyo. Okay, number 2, make a video of how you prepare and cook it. Be sure to capture and indicate the amount of substances in the video to see the application of our topic in the said activity. Okay. So, para makita ko kung tama yung mga amount ng substances na nilalagay ninyo sa inyong lulutuin, kailangan nyo i-video, no? Habang prepare nyo. Okay? Dapat makita ko doon yung mga measurement ng mga substances nilalagay ninyo, kung ilan yung measurement ng asin, or kung yung ketchup or mayonnaise, kung ano man yung gagamitin ninyo. Okay? Number 3, upload the video in a folder from a Google Drive link that the teacher will provide later on your group chats. Always check your group chats for announcement. So, saan ipapasa yung video? Okay. So, gagawa ako ng folder sa aking Google Drive and then isasend ko sa inyo yung link and doon nyo i-upload yung video. Okay? Dapat isulat ninyo yung name nyo doon sa file name. Okay? Your name and section. Okay? St. Clair or St. Therese. Right? Okay. If you fail to upload, please let the teacher know ahead of time. Message me on my messenger account. Okay. So, if you fail to upload, okay, kung hindi kayo makapag-upload, message nyo lang ako. No? Alam nyo naman yung name ko doon sa Facebook. Nandun ako sa mga group chats ninyo. Okay? Pass your output before the first quarterly examination. Okay, so before first quarter, dapat nakapag-upload na kayo, no? Or pwede rin na after mismo ng quarterly examination. Pwedeng before or after. Basta wag lang tatagal, no? Your output will be evaluated by its organization, relevance, proper cooking methods, and proper balance of ingredients. So, dyan na papasok yung topic natin na concentration of solutions or concentration of substances. Okay, balance of ingredients. You will also be given points on your TLE subject for this. It's not the only related topic on our lesson. Okay, so related din yung topic natin sa TLE, kaya magkakaroon kayo ng points later on sa inyong TLE. Okay, we also have one question there that you need to answer. How important is understanding the concept of proper concentration of substances? Okay, so if you have any questions, you can message me on Messenger. Okay, so that's all for our discussion. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in.